What does it mean to live a risky life? Simple answer. MrBeast! Sure, it's a complex question, but after I explain this MrBeast story,
I need to say the story in a way where it doesn't make my mom sound mean.
I think it will be clear what sacrifices have to be made to be the best. Now, many people remember 2016 like this.
Pokemon Go.
But for Jimmy, he remembers it as the year he made the most important decision of his life. For this story, we have to go back to the fall of 2016 when Jimmy started community college. Now, if you know anything about Jimmy, then you know how much he hated school. But the thing is, his mom would only let him live at home if he went to community college, so he had no other choice, or so he thought, but I'll get to that later. For Jimmy, the only thing he cared about was his YouTube channel and making the best video possible. This is where his passion was, and in his mind, the time he spent in college could be time spent on YouTube. Knowing this, I guess it's not a surprise to find out that Jimmy dropped out of college. But what is a surprise is how he dropped out, and here's what I mean. Remember when I said his mom would kick him out if he didn't go to college? Well, that was still in place, but Jimmy had a plan around it. And here's what he did. He would wake up, act like he was going to college, secretly work on YouTube all day, and then come home and act as if he did attend class. Now, obviously, he couldn't have kept this up forever, but it bought him just enough time to make enough money on YouTube to support himself. And well, I suppose the rest is history. So yes, to take a risk is pretty much pulling a MrBeast. But even though the answer is simple, the principle behind the answer is far more complex. When you take a risk, like a true risk, where if it doesn't work out, there will be consequences. When you take that, you feel alive, and well, that's what this is all about. That's why Jimmy took his passion of filmmaking and risked it all, knowing full well he could have easily failed and been kicked out of the house with no backup plan. In Jimmy's mind, that failure would have still been 100 times better than giving up on what made him happy to pursue a life that he never even wanted in the first place. To close, I would like to speak on one final thought. We as humans all have unique dreams and passions that make us feel a special kind of way. We all have fantasies about our lives and what they would look like in a perfect world. And sometimes we even receive opportunities to pursue those said fantasies, passions, and dreams of ours. But usually hear advice like, there will always be another opportunity, or maybe luck's just not on your side, and possibly my least favorite, if they moved away, it probably wasn't meant to be. The people giving this advice may be right, but here's the thing. What if they're wrong? I mean, seriously, some opportunities you only get once. That meaning one time in your entire lifetime. Yeah, it's no joke, so that's why we shouldn't treat these opportunities lightly. Maybe you're supposed to be an actor, maybe a community leader, or maybe you're even supposed to marry the person who made you feel special unlike anything else, but moved away. Maybe it was all meant to be, but fear, lack of stability, and peer pressure made us hesitant to take that risk. And this will be a tough pill to swallow, but we have to live with those choices for the rest of our lives. And when we think back, we will only be able to think what could have been instead of what actually happened.